Hello, Joan E here. Today I want to talk about our fear of autonomy. I'm Joan E. I study human behavior. I want to know why we're doing the things we do, and so that's why I'm bringing this to you. The fear of being restricted, confined, trapped, suffocated. As Dr. Albright puts it, the fear of being immobilized, paralyzed, restricted, enveloped, overwhelmed, entrapped, imprisoned, smothered, or otherwise controlled by circumstances beyond our control. End quote. When it's a physical fear, it's called claustrophobia. But our fear of being smothered, restricted, unable to care for ourselves or care of ourselves, or dependent on others can also apply to situations in our lives or our relationships. Examples of triggers include, so if you have any of these triggers, you might suffer from a fear of this. Do you have a fear of commitment, poverty, debilitating illness, aging? Are you afraid to commit? Are you afraid to be poor? Are you afraid that you're going to have a debilitating illness? Are you afraid of getting old? Are any of these fears of yours? And if so, what do you do to combat them? In addition, situations where we feel helpless or powerless, preppers and Armageddoners. For example, at work, your boss tells you to do something you don't want to do and refuses to discuss it with you. You have to do it or lose your job, Hollywood elites. You feel trapped, helpless. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Most parents will also feel this fear from time to time, overwhelmed, trapped, and restricted. And I bet their kids feel it too. So why are we so obsessed with bondage? Why bondage can be so much fun? Everyone knows of some ladies in the church who had a secret book club when 50 Shades of Grey came out. Stop you lying. That was a phenomenon that ushered in a time of dubious acts of self-torture and what the fuck ever. It's not for the faint of heart. Don't do it. Search bondage, depending on if you spell it right or not. Get some odd things. But I'd like to note down here, 007 does it. Oh, love you, Brooks. All right, kids are doing bondage. What? Yes, they are. The number one picture that comes up, Fox comedy, features a 6-year-old, I'm assuming transgender kid with a ball gag in their mouth. Doesn't matter. It's weird. These are children. This is not okay. All right? Not okay. Why tickling your kids is not okay. That's not okay either. This is some weird stuff. This is what you get. Anyway, let's keep going. So that made me think how to control people. So I thought, well, maybe I'll join the bondage movement and ask WikiHow. Best way to control people. Turns out not the ways I thought. Oh no, our ancestors had much better ways than I did with my slip knots. The first thing you got to do is understand other people. Well, that's what we're doing here. I'm helping you understand human nature and why we do the things we do. We're learning together. So we got part 1 down. Understand how to achieve your goals. Choose an appropriate goal. Why do you think this is a good idea? Find their motivations. Isn't it interesting, too, that one thing liars have in common? Brace yourself for the truth and filters to clarify the water are the 2 advertisements that are showing up for this particular article. Just saying. Get them out there to vote. Identify with the most powerful motivation. Who can I get to vote for me? Who's going to vote for her and who's going to vote for him? Identify the voting people's most powerful motivation. Understand what's holding them back. Why don't they want to vote for me? Let's take a poll. So far, these don't sound too hard. Part 2. Creating confidence and report. Oh, fuck, I'm out. You gotta have money. Let them see you as a hero. Q. Trust the Q, trust the plan. I know what I'm talking about. Give them a sense of community or identity. Don't forget to protest. Wear those MAGA hats. Oh, and do things for them. The Democrats know all about this. And all of them know all about Nasara. Let them see you control. I got things under control. Trust the plan, Q. Again, I got it under control. You catch flies with honey. Oh, we learned. They're not called concentration camps anymore, you stupid. Now they're called FEMA camps, and they're going to be lining up for their inoculations. Use convincing language. Get this shot, or we'll give you the flu. You appeal to their logic. Appeal to logic. There are other people that like arguments that hold up to logic. They want evidence and good reasons to line up before they're convinced. Al Gore, get in line. Flatter them. Of course, you're doing such a good thing. Look at you, look at you. Look at me. Look at you, look at me. You make them think it was their idea. See, that's what got everybody in trouble in Sunnydale. It's because they didn't learn number 4 of part 3, and they were the vampires were trying to make it your idea to let them in. Look how hot I am. Look at me. Look at my cool clothes. I can do things. I can save you. Spike. I love you, Spike. Okay. You cause someone to worry. Oh my God. The planet is on fire. No, it's freezing to death. Oh, it's flooding. Wait a minute. It's drying out. It's becoming a wrung out sponge, Bob. So then that's how it sums that up. That's how you control people. But if you want to go past that, part 4 tells you how to find alternatives if that's not working for you. Analyze the way you feel. Why did that bother you so much? Nobody wanted to join your fucking cult. And then try again. Try again. That's what that article says. All right, so ways to corral animals. I thought this was interesting. I accidentally misspelled it. Nonetheless, this is what my first thing gave. It didn't correct me here. It sent me to Minecraft, just in case you wanted to know. But that's not what we're looking at. This is absolutely beautiful. This is what we're talking about. What is the art of sheep movement? You're going to love it. Check this out. Pay very close attention to how these sheep act. There is no gate around them. They're free to go wherever they want. It's a limited amount of animals out there corralling. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Absolutely breathtaking. And I'm going to take this video and drop it at the end of mine because if you're interested, you might want to watch the whole thing. But then I saw this, the Washington Post has a video about that. I thought it was really beautiful in this, that earlier video was the drone footage. And then, I keep going, and I come across this video, and for shits and giggles, I'm playing it, but just imagine what my brain was thinking as I'm going down, and you find a tab. I know it's happened to all of us. And you go, well, what the fuck? Is that not brilliant? So here's the brilliant tab from the Washington Post. I hate you usually, but today you're all right. Here we go.
Swagbutt, the world's first cattle-rounding robot developed by Australian scientists to aid the country's livestock farmers. Professor Salah Bakari heads the research team at the University of Sydney, which developed the robot.
We haven't seen anything like this. There have been robots that have been used on cattle stations, but they've just been your four-wheel, but fixed axis cattle farm. And in those situations,
drone. You don't even need people out there now.
And his wife or a husband, and it's just the two of them. So being able to have tools or sit.
That's sweet. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. That Australia. Speaking of Australia, look what's happening. Oh, I love this. It's beautiful.
Hours ago, like, the only way I'll get any of my fucking news and shit. Someone please ask. No, okay. I'm hearing you, Carmen. Yeah.
This is what's going on in Australia. And the only reason I'm showing you this is because someone had posted something. Bloody hell, I don't mind the information, but get on with it. What drunk bar is that? Oh my. Somebody says a girl has no masters. Truth comes out when one is drunk. Let him speak. And then I say, we're all in this boiling pot together. You should grab a pint, sit your ass down, and shut the fuck up, said everyone already at the bar. That'd be me. I'm already here at the bar. So sheep, I wanted to learn about these beautiful sheep corralling. Because as a Christian and growing up as a Christian and attending Christian school and university, I've been hearing the word sheep my whole life. And let's see why this is so important. Sheep. Wait for me. And right off the bat, it doesn't let me down. When I'm looking at human behavior, I don't follow religion. I follow human beings. I don't believe in angels and demons, and I don't believe in aliens or beings in the middle of the earth. I'm not to say that they don't exist. I don't know if they do or not. I don't care. None of them have pulled out in front of me in traffic. None of them have treated me in such a manner that that I felt violated. Only humans have done those things to me. So until one of them shows up and says, howdy do, it's been me this whole time, I'm going with human behavior. Wait for me. Follow the leader. Do you know someone else who likes to play follow the leader? If you've been following my channel, you'll know what I'm about to say. That's right. Ding, ding, ding. School children. Follow the leader. Wait for me. I want to catch up. Wait up. Seinfeld has an entire set about hold up. Sheep have a strong instinct to follow. Oops, there we go. To follow the sheep in front of them. When one sheep decides to go somewhere, the rest of the flock usually follows, even if it's not a good decision. For example, sheep will follow each other to slaughter. If one sheep jumps off a cliff, the others are likely to follow. Even from birth, lambs are conditioned to follow the older members of the flock. This instinct is hardwired into sheep. It's not something they think about. Let's move on, shall we? Because sheep. Bible blog has something to say about it. You know they do. Sheep listen to their shepherd. So here's where I go a little topsy-turvy on you. Because I see the Bible teaching us to do a lot of things that people are doing, and vice versa. So I think this is important that we learn about why sheep are so easy to control, and why the shepherds wanted to control us in the first place. Sheep are valuable in that they provide wool, meat, and milk. They also naturally herd, meaning that keeping a flock of sheep together is pretty manageable. It's easy. You can ask WikiHow to do it. However, when sheep feel threatened, they have one defense. You ready for it? They huddle together and run away. They all get together and take off running. The only way a shepherd can get a sheep to go back where he wants is for him to gently lead it along, walking ahead of it. Eventually, the whole flock will come to know and recognize the shepherd's voice and words. Are you smelling what I am laying down? For two reasons why sheep are mentioned. One, they're easy to control. And two, they only have one defense. So not only are they easy to control, we only have to use that one defense against them. We don't even have to try that hard. So then my brain thought, well, why would things be going on around the world now that I just learned this about sheep and I've been told my whole life that I am a sheeple? Both in a good way and a bad way. I'm God's sheep, I'm God's lamb. Oh, Christians, we're lambs. We're not sheeples. We're lambs. Lambs of God. Out to the slaughter. Why? Why, I asked myself. U.S. coastal population continues to grow despite lessons of past storms. That seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? The rise in sea levels and the fiercity of these storms have failed to stop the relentless population growth along U.S. coasts in recent years. Okay, why? History's given us a lesson, but we don't always learn from it. Well, now that I will 100% agree with you. But we're going to keep reading because we're going to see where it's being connected to your wallet, which is really what all this boils down to. In 2005, coastal communities took heed of more than 1,800 deaths and $108 billion in damages from Hurricane Katrina, one of the worst disasters in U.S. history. And I don't know if you know anything about this, but if you can remember that far back, a lot of people didn't go back. Okay? Poor families did go back. Middle class families didn't go back. Some did. I'm not saying there weren't. But by the time they got their act together to let people come back home, large percentage of them had already found work where they are. They had already gotten involved in this community or that community, and they just chose to stay. We're going to keep going because Texas, Gulf countries, they got a height. Do you see what's happening? Why? Bloomberg Business says the fighting has begun over who owns land drowned by climate change. Oh, has it now? Well, I thought we were all buying it a minute ago. Oh, but only certain people are buying it. Oh, okay. Guess who's buying it? You can read this little article here yourself about a gentleman who's got, whose land is it? Because now it's flooded. Is it mine? Is it yours? Is it ours? Do I have to give it away? I don't know. Town and country. Who the fuck cares where the royals shop? Not where I shop. I can promise you that. They look ridiculous. And very uncomfortable. If I'm going to look ridiculous, at least I want to be comfortable. Obama, yeah, that's right. He purchased a house in Martha's Vineyard. And when he was buying this, his 7-bedroom estate sitting on 29.3 waterfront acres, 29 acres of waterfront property. Here it is. I heard a whole bunch of people spouting off on the news about, how this disproves a sea rise, because why would Obama spend that many millions of dollars on a brand new house there if sea level if he had some inside knowledge? I'll tell you why. Because that is exactly the type of thing that these people do. They're playing tricks on you. You just added one dog to the corral now because they just got 10 more sheep to believe their shit. Guess who's making a shit ton of money, by the way, by all of you who won't leave? Who are going to hold it out for another couple storms? Do I think you should leave? Hell the fuck no. And if you do leave because you do decide that that's what's best for your family, then don't go to the inner cities because that's where they want you to go. They're corralling you. And meanwhile, while they're corralling you, guess what they're charging you for? People are leaving California. It even has its own business page where you can add statistics and images of the statistics of why people are leaving California. Well, I don't know. Could it be that the wildfires, poverty, the taxes, the Democrats, I don't know what I mean. All of them, the Republicans are just as bad. Don't think they're your friends. Q might be your friend. He's only your friend until he's not your friend. Everybody's expendable, my friend. You're not playing Russian roulette with your dad here. He don't give a fuck about you. That's what I'm saying. California. People are leaving California. They're even calling it, as of the 6th of the new year, California Exodus, implying biblical amounts of people are leaving the state. Here is where all of you English Nazis get a pat on the back for teaching us all what the difference between literal means figuratively and literally. Thank you, because clearly an exodus implies a biblical amount of people are leaving California suddenly. Is that a literal or is that figurative? It's your call now, bitches. That was the most ridiculous thing that ever hit MySpace. And I don't know why it survived all the way through to today, but get a grip. Anyway, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Let's see what's happening in California. Look at this odd occurrence. What? That sounds legit. Uh-huh. 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 Wait a minute. I've seen that before. I've seen this before. Where is it? Where did I see this? Hang on. It's right here. It's right here. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Somewhere right here in Australia. Somewhere right here. Look at this. Opposite sides of the world are experiencing the same phenomenon. How can that even be possible? Could it be because you are being corralled? Could this be why you've... Because you instinctually follow the sheep in front of you, not the real danger. We're so busy. I can't. I'm not going to stop now. Walking into things. That's right. Do things whilst texting. I just did a little video about this. Like, this. Or you can watch, like, minutes and minutes, videos of us with a phone in front of our face, texting while walking. Like sheep to the slaughter. That's what we're doing, y'all. They know it. They know it. With human history epics. We are school-age children right now. We are sheep right now. We are following the teacher. We are following our parents blindly into adolescence with no references or knowledge whatsoever. And why would we? We don't want it taken away. We don't want our autonomy taken away from us because we just became fully self-aware. We just earned it. We just got it. The first time a human being through its entire stage up until this point, when it finishes preschool and it jumps to school-age behavior, 5 to 6 years old, that magical line we like to call kindergarten, is when human beings take a leap, right? And they become fully individual functioning human beings. They can go to school by themselves. They can do their homework by themselves. They can ask questions by themselves. They can even pick out their own cereal. So the last thing that they're going to want to lose, the last thing that a bunch of school-age kids are going to want to lose is number 3, their sense of self. They've already learned they're not going to be extinct. You think this is number 1. No, we've already learned this one. We made it through gestation. We made it through that scary crib death stage. We made it through that oh so pivotal infant and baby stages. Because up until this point, we had no control over our lives. Of course not. Up until this point, our mommies controlled it. We were bound by these things right here. We were bound by our knowledge to this point. But then we became toddlers. We became our ancients. We became the block builders, the Masonic builders, right? This is connecting your historical dots to the behavior you are acting like based on the stages of fear, based on Pichot's theory of human behavior. We have now figured out we can survive. We are not extinctable anymore. We just need to fuck. We just need to fuck. Nice, we got here. Right? Ancient times. We moved to toddler. Only on an epic scale. So don't confuse that with fucking toddlers. And toddlers, adult human mind thinking toddlers who are fucking other adult human mind thinking behavior toddlers. Those are clearly two different things. Do not get them confused. Let's move on. At preschool, we fear getting hurt. A preschooler fears of ouchies and boo-boos and mommy's kisses that can make it all better. Our modern ancestors feared mutilation, feared bodily invasion. They feared losing a body part, having their body's boundaries invaded, or losing a natural function. This would be any fear where we feel physically unsafe and under attacks. Some examples. Anxieties about creepy crawlies, like spiders and snakes. They might bite us, not kill us. We're still afraid they're going to kill us. But the fact is that they can only kill us if they bite us. And so we know we ain't going to reach extinction if we avoid the bite. And a bite leaves a mark, a scar that lasts forever. Emotionally and physically. Animals are killed by what? Bites. Therefore, we fear their bites. What do a bunch of toddlers who are raised by a bunch of other toddlers do? They bite. They go into preschool, or they learn they have teeth. And if they go into preschool and they haven't been taught the correct way to be, they bite in preschool. Biting. We don't want to be attacked, right? We don't like crowds, needles, germs, surgical procedures, or having to make a trip to the dentist, all of which were the scientists in all their glory during modern times. We weren't afraid of going to these things. We had figured out how to prevent these things. You get bit, we're going to give you a Band-Aid. We can stitch that up for you even. You're afraid of needles? Well, that's the only way we can save you from germs, and that's why we learned to wash our hands. We're afraid of surgical procedures, and yet that's the procedure that will save your life. Don't go to the dentist, but practice on me during the war. The science of dentistry. Do you see? We were acting like children, but preschool children. Then the wars were over and we hit space exploration. And a whole new world opened up to us because now we're thinking like children in school. And as a previous child in school, make no mistake that I know without 100%, without a doubt, that one of the most cool things you learn about when you start kindergarten is motherfucking space. The next thing we're going to be afraid of is separation, abandonment, and rejection, which just happens to be the next stage where we will be adolescents. Well, if that's not a time to learn those things, abandonment, separation, rejection, sign me up on the adolescent train, because that's all 12 to 18-year-olds are about. Ouch. The last thing we have to lose is number 5, humiliation, shame, or worthlessness. He called that type of fear the ego death. You've never had one. If you ever have actually been, I think you've been through one. Because if you have, and you know just how nasty that rabbit hole can be, you'll no longer have a fear of this stuff, a fear of this stuff, a fear of this stuff, or a fear of this stuff. And you certainly ain't going to have a fear of humiliation, shame, or worthlessness anymore. Because you know what it means to be all of those things and swallow the blue pill, the red pill. Get back in the matrix, but this time, pick up the phone for other people. Go over here. Not that one. This one, because... no. I know what I'm going to leave you with, and then I promise I'll shut up. I'm so sorry. I got yappy again today. I always try to do that. Okay, shut up now. Okay. I gotta go to my history. Wait. My history. Where is it? Okay. I don't know. Hang on. I did want to play this other video though. Sorry. Shoot a monkey. Oh my. Okay. What the heck? What? Oh. History. Don't look at my history. It might be scary. You shouldn't know the things that I look at. Yeah. Wait, is that it? No. Oh, man. Hold on. Oh, yeah. And I might watch later. You shouldn't be looking at that either. Things I watch and I don't finish watching. Alright, well, hold on. Yes, here it is. I wanted to play this video for you to end on as a follow-up to what I've just been saying about our fears and what we're afraid of. Why are they making us leave? Why did they want us to leave California? Why did they want to corral you to the cities? Why did they want you to be sheep? Why are you so easy to corral? Why are the Obamas buying lakefront property? Why are the elites buying up land that is considered uninhabitable now from the insurance companies that are insuring these properties to just pay people to go away? Why are these things happening? Ask yourself that. And then watch this video. Tell me what you think. Don't tell me what you think. I don't care. I'm out. I'm going to leave it with this. I hope y'all learned something. And if you want to know more about human behavior, quit looking at your cell phones and the sheep in front of you and turn to the left. Turn to the right. Turn around. Right? Run like a motherfucker the other way. That's what you should be doing. Here you go.
One for Clayton in the Madison Biological Laboratory.
Told it was scary up here. By the
I
way,
want
the New
to show
York
you
Times
something
posted a blog
going
about
down
this
the
fear fact I
speed.
found fascinating. They bring
And
up
then
a
I
interesting
went
point
to
about
the
a blind
Solomon
spot. Let me bring the camera
This is
over here.
moving very rapidly.
I want you to take a look. This is what you see basically when you're texting. I'm producing. I'm
Oh my gosh, that's totally me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I apologize now. Go check out this guy's website. He's got some really fascinating things you should know. So it's worth watching. If you don't watch it through me. I'll put the link down in the description box below if I can remember to do that and do it correctly. If not, you can go check him out, stopthecrime.net. I highly suggest that you follow her anyway, if you don't already. But if you're watching me, you probably already do, because she's got great stuff. Here you go.
Fires in California.
Generally speaking, a policy
In
that
some county, I will show you just a moment. It's called the Kincaid Fire, which was captured by camera from